All right, so we're live. Let's see how it's going to go. Oh, I see we already have Conqueror in Before Infinite Buffering. Well, good day to you, sir, too. I hope that you have a lovely weekend and you're preparing for Memorial Day. That's gonna be on Monday. Haha! See, I follow the news all across the globe, including United States of America. So let me know how it looks on my side this time. It looks as it looked every single other time than last week. It looks okay. No drop frames, about 12.2 kilobytes, well, 12,000 kilobytes per second. Stream is stable. YouTube is happy. I actually had guys over to check my connection, and they did check it and said, yeah, it looks okay. There's no issue here. So I don't know what it was last week. I blame YouTube. I blame YouTube, and they deserve it. So anyway, how are you, Conquer? I hope you guys hear me? Do you hear me? Because I updated my OBS, and it seems to be checking my microphone, and it seems to be broadcasting. But I really do hope that you can. Awesome. Hey, Wolfo! The good bird from down under has arrived. Nice. We're back. We're live. YouTube has shaken off its sickness. Hey, Nox Immortalis, welcome. Oh, you can't hear me. Damn. That sucks. I guess I cannot berate your name. Which sounds way cooler than the fact that I have no idea how to berate your name, because it's cool and I like your symbol. Hey, hello, 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 hello. Hate I? Well, what's the last H5I stands for? Anyway, I'm so happy to be back, guys. It's been a minute since I last talked to you live like this. It's been what, 2 months, something like that, before I fell to the plague and I couldn't get out of it. Not Half-Life 3, what? No, it's H5I. It's so, or H5L. That would be half 5 life, which makes no sense. But how is everyone? How's Australia? How's the United States? How is wherever? Hello, 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 hello is from Nox Immortalis. I really should change my name on here. Looking forward to Rizia. Oh, actually, I already recorded first 2 episodes of Rizia. I recorded the first one yesterday, and recorded the introduction today. Actually, I recorded the first half of the introduction because it had 60 minutes, and I still barely got through the modifiers. Man, there's a lot of things going on in Rizia. So it's coming on Monday as was planned, because the last 4 episodes, actually last 2 episodes of Static Dread are coming up tomorrow. And that's gonna be it. Hey, America45, welcome. Welcome, guys. I have all of the best people here today. That's amazing. You guys came from all across the world to say hi to me. How amazing. How amazing. But you're not telling me how you guys are. I really do. It's not just an empty phrase. I really do wonder. We're not like the British here. We don't ask how are you and you say good and we're happy with that. I really do want to know, because I had a crisis today, because I woke up, I checked the news, and I got so depressed that I didn't felt this depressed in a long time. So I grabbed the kids. I went out, and it was sunny and it was beautiful, and there were birds everywhere, and I realized that life is cool in the end, no matter who fucks what up. Plagues are the worst, and sadly kids are plague magnets. Second, try to send the message with YouTube. I'm not sure what. Oh, like in the chat? Is the chat messing up? I mean, other than the president offering to give Taiwan to China, and he gave 1.7. What was it? 1.767 or one. What was that? Or 1744 or some ridiculous number $1 billion to people who stormed the Capitol. which was one of the depressing things that I read in the morning. I try to avoid the news one of these days. I really ought to delete my X account. I don't use X and I haven't used it in a while. I get my news from Instagram because people make them at least funny, or at least depressing, or at least they tell you how depressing they are and trying to tell you that in a funny way. Look how awful things are. Let's laugh at that. But yeah, Noximortalis is right. Kids are like playing magnets. I always say what Louis C.K. said, that kids are like buckets of diseases that live in your home and that, you know, constantly try to infect you. I already have a cough again and runny nose because my daughter has angina and she wants to sleep with me. So every night she crawls into the bed next to me and then scooches and breathes into my face the whole night. And then she 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 oh she's so this is the thing, she is so polite when we are outside. When she coughs, she puts her little hands in front of her face, but when we are at home, she runs to me and says, "Daddy, I want to tell you something," and then she coughs right in my eyes. And so it's not easy. I don't even remember what it's like to be healthy. Did I guys tell you what I had? I had full blown bronchitis. Like they actually were afraid that I might catch pneumonia, and when it went away, it turned into angina. So I had antibiotics for 14 days, then additional regimen for 10 days. And when that got away, I got an ear infection. I never in my life had an ear infection, but turns out, because I'm going to swimming classes with my daughter, one of the kids probably peed or whatever in the, or maybe it was my daughter even, in the pool. She wouldn't do that. She's way too old for that. But some kid basically did that, and some of that water got into my ear. And because I was taking antibiotics for such a long time, my natural biodiversity was eliminated, and I caught a massive ear infection. So I got antibiotics for another 10 days for my ear, which is, my wife heard that and she said, like, dude, you're not even 40. Like, how can you have an ear infection? Stories from the morgue. Um, Wolfow, I'm trying to think how to summarize Australian politics over the last few months other than not good. Didn't you guys have elections recently? Or something happened. I was reading something on that, but again, the past 2 months were a blur of fevers and coughing and stuff like that. MRK45, but no point feeling over shit you can't do anything about. I mean, that's not true. I really think that we should be more angry. Like the situation in Czech is not really bad. But if I was living in the USA, I would be dead already because I would be out storming the capital now because like this is so bizarre. And I said that on my Discord server to conquer many times. I'm just so shocked how docile the American public is because I have no idea how much more blatant the corruption would have to be for the people to actually do something about it. But I guess that people really are struggling to even find something to eat at this point because it's just insane. So no, be angry and be very angry about everything because like that's the only way that we can change things. Conquer lurk on Twitter. I also go with Twitter. I refuse to go with X. First star of the day. For a good day, never check the news. Yeah, YouTube chat said they couldn't deliver the message. Strange shit. Man, it's broken. I told you last week I just couldn't stream, but my internet was okay. Like the guys actually came and checked it, and I did 5 test streams, in private, and all of them worked perfectly. Wolfa, 1.776 billion. Yeah, you probably know. Yeah, something is on the six is a special day to Americans. Which was that is like the last drop of poison into the cup. Like that would just push me over the edges if I ever, was a nationalist in the United States. Oh, the Trump phone just got released, did it? That's why you put your bucks in the pool. But then I can't hear anything. That's the thing. Luxembourg sounds like your daughter should sleep in her bedroom, change to the heater. I mean, we bought her a bed and everything, but kids they and what I'm gonna tell you, I like to sleep with my kids. Like, this time is gonna pass soon. They're 3 and 2 now, so they still enjoy our company, and it's so cute, when you read them books before they go to bed, and then in the night you wake up and you hear them breathing. It's so cute. That's a lot of nice things. It's just that they are constantly sick and bringing sickness to the home, and I'm an old man. It's not going well. A few special election, nothing critical. So what's going on, Wolfao? Like, did you guys decide to sink Tasmania or invade New Zealand? Or what's going on? I really haven't kept tabs on Australia. Parliamentary Kansas. Wolfao docile. Record-setting protest? Record-setting unpopularly post, but it means nothing. Like, people are unhappy. Well, big whoop. Nobody does anything. But what kind of protests? Well, I missed that there were any protests. MRK, I think the flashpoint would be if Trump tries to cancel elections. I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna do that because there's no point in canceling elections. Because at that, I think he's gonna die very soon. He's so old and decrepit that he's just not gonna make it to elections. But second, I don't think there's any kind of justification for that. And even like, how would he even do that? There's no, from my understanding, there's no legal basis for that. Conqueror old, you're not even 40. Yeah, I'm not, but man, I'm older than 30. I'm older than 30. So far, he's doing massive gerrymander. They've been doing that every single elections, weren't they? Like all the time. And you mean gerrymandering for the primaries, or what's gonna happen? I'm lost. I haven't been keeping up so much with the politics at all. Protest plus low approval polls of why politicians will find their backbone to stand up to him. Well, the DOJ isn't, and the Congress is just full of nonsense. So I don't know. Like, you, it's it's so beyond the point where you would think people would do something that I don't even know how to make that. Trump can create an excuse to cancel election. Like what? In invade Iran, he already did that. No, I know Conqueror what's gerrymandering. It's kind of funny because it's illegal in every single European and other democracies except United States. It has been widely abandoned in the early 19th century, except for United States. One of the beauties. I saw some of the district shapes. They are beautiful. It's always such a artistic painting. Going completely you around the around the houses that don't vote for you and stuff like that. It's insane. You got a martial on what basis, MRK? Like at that point, I think, like the gov. I mean, you need, we'll see, we'll see. I thought that he wouldn't do half the stuff he didn't. Oh, Wolfo is cooking. We could nuke China, but even Truman said that was dumb. I get a dream with your kids. Recently, my partner and me started reading to each other. They bring children books from the library, and then we read them to each other. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm reading. We're trying to read them because, like, the modern not lullabies, more modern children's stories generally are just crap. So we're reading them stuff that I used to read as a kid, or that was being read to me. That sounds weird, but yeah, stuff that my grandparents and my parents read to me, and it's so awesome explaining to them stuff, and we're reading, about the traditional uh, Czech stories, and that we have these beautiful pictures, and I like that. I like it, but I like spending time with my kids. I love them. This is why it's rile me up every time I hear feminists and anti-natalist talking about, I mean, you do you, but I really like my kids. It just feels like they're growing too fast. They're growing too fast, and it's all gonna be gone soon. They're gonna have their own kids, and will never do anything like this ever again. So, trying to enjoy it. Skip past the time when politicians were thrown out of the windows. I mean, we invented that, as you pointed out a number of times on Discord. The good old traditions of the good old days. It's great. Anyway, guys, while we're chatting here and I'm, asking about how you do, let's see what you guys would like me to do today. Because I put a couple of options. Unless anyone has any suggestions, and no, no, no Darkest Hour tonight, Conqueror. I know that you're gonna suggest that. Let's just see what you guys are in the mood for, because I just want to chill. To be quite honest, I'm not really feeling too energetic again. As I said, I spend the day out with the kids, so I'm a bit. I have like coffee and super coffee and tea here and everything, but I still want to just enjoy myself. So let me just type out the options that I offered. Uh, so option one is Europe by Universalis. Five. I keep thinking four with mods. We can just see. I have like 30 mods installed, and I wanted to see what the effect is and if the game is stable enough. And we could just see if they are good, because they completely overhaul the economy and everything that's going on. Or we could do Timberborn, which is kind of fun as well. Version 1.0 is out, and we wanted to do that last time. Or we have this Menace from the Deep, which is a card game, sort of like Slay the Spire, but Lovecraftian. I gave it a bit of a try last week. It's not. It didn't catch me immediately. It seems simple, but there are a couple of mechanics that I think you have to get into before they start being really cool, and the graphics and everything are really solid. Or, actually, which I thought would be fun, I wanted to start GeoGuesser. I was Well, I mean, I was a fan of that. I liked watching streams where people play GeoGuessr, and some of the places are really crazy. And I haven't been watching any. Well, actually, I haven't been watching any streamers in years, or Let's Players, because all of the ones that I liked are gone, and I cannot stand new ones. But I recently just remembered it, and I started playing the free version every day for a couple of minutes, and I said, "Hey, I'm having so much fun. Let's actually just pay for this." And I plan to play it with my wife later on, and just maybe even do some recording of it, because it's fun. It's just such a chill and interesting thing, because you just look around foreign places and try to think about where you are. So it can be cool. But we can do whatever you guys like. If you have any other additional suggestions, Conqueror, well, I couldn't suggest doing 8 values on stream. Actually, I'm willing to do that. So I'll let you guys vote and let me do it. Execution the transaction create massive unrest. Touch and attack. Gerrymandering affects both primaries and the general elections. Yeah, I wanted to do the 8 values because we did it on. People did it on Discord, and I skipped that. Uh, so let me just do it quickly. And I can even talk a little bit about my opinions, and you guys can berate me for being a fascist or liberal or whatever you want to do. So, 8 values. You will present it with a series of statements. Yes, got it. Oppression by corporations is more of a concern than oppression by governments. Uh, damn. Well, it depends where you live, I guess. I think that at this point it's still disagree, because the corporations do not have that much power, and they are still largely largely controlled by the governments, by laws, but we're quickly approaching the time when it's gonna turn around and we're gonna live in some dystopian. So I guess at this point, neutral, unsure. It is necessary for the government to intervene in the economy to protect consumers. Strongly agree. Monopolies, toxic sludge in food, stuff like that. So definitely, the freer the market, the freer the people. Agree. It is better to maintain a balanced budget than to ensure welfare for all citizens. Uh, Disagree. I think that balanced budget is actually very important, but there are times when you have to step in and help. Recession, stuff like that, you have to invest. But then during what's it? Is it do you use this word? We say conjunctura in Czech, and that would be like conjuncture, like the growth period of the economy. Does it have that same meaning? Do you use something like that in English? I'm not sure. But during the growth period, you have to repay the debts, and you should cut on the investment. So disagree. Publicly funded research is more beneficial to the people than leaving it to the market. Strongly agree. A lot of the inventions would never be done if universities and public institutions wouldn't invest in them. Tariffs on international trade are important to encourage local production. Agree, some form of protection, especially when it comes, for example, for food, is necessary. From each according to his ability to each according to his needs. Well, this one is hard for me always because I think that people that can make a living, a good living, should be allowed to. You shouldn't, like, I might need a Ferrari, but, I will never force you guys to pay for it. It's such a vague statement. I hate these ones because there's so much discussion that could be behind that. Let's see what you guys are saying because I want to hear. For me, first disagree since you can stop buying their products while government can raise taxes and are an inherent monopoly. But corporations often get taxpayer money if they lose money. That's an interesting point. We should call it budget surplus here. No, but budget surplus is the effect. But when the economy is growing, like you have a period. Wait, let me do it this way. Uh, Economic cycle. This is what I meant. Can you show me the goddamn picture? Okay, so you call it expansion. Expansion, peak, contraction, recovery. All right. All right, all right, all right. So as long as they do, as long as they supervise it. Oh man, Wolfau, you're behind, so I'm not sure what's your intent. Which is almost never the case. I'm not sure what you're pointing to. Free neutral. Legislating slavery would technically be a freer market than what we currently have. That is a great point. But then that clashes with my view on the human rights issue because I would never consider. Well, you got me there. Like, yeah, true. That's why I didn't say strong agree that there are some things that you need to legislate, but uh, allowing people to start businesses and the market has to be free, as in free access for anyone. You can buy whatever you want and you can start your business. But the market itself, that's what I said in the other question, you need people to, or you need the government to actually restrict what is legal. Monopolies are, for example, the direct result of a free market. So that's why the government has to step in. Second thing, as you mentioned, slavery. Like, okay, fair enough. That's something that has to be restricted, stuff like that. But yeah, true. I see how awful corpos like Monsanto are, and I reason they can be just as bad, if not worse than government, especially one that they have it. But I guess America, it depends really on where lies the power. Like if you have more power lying with the government, then the government is the bigger threat. If you have more power lying with corporations, then the corporations, like, to be honest, and this will sound horrible, but I don't really give a shit if corporations mistreat people if the general society is healthy. You know, if you have a dystopian government like North Korea or China, then it just goes out of the window. But then you have like a dystopian view of the future, for example, something like well, any. You can think of any. It could be Blade Runner. It could be Cyberpunk, where the corporations have so much power that the government is basically secondary. And at that point, like the way the companies mistreat people is way worse. Wolfar, for neutral, reckless overspending is unbad for everyone. Well, that's true. That's true. But that's hopefully not what the question mentioned. The only term I've heard for growth period is just growth or boom. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it could be local mentioned. We just call it. Let me just see. I also ask Google Translate what it's gonna show us. Not do Russian. Do it for English. Boom. Okay. So it's directly translated as boom, which is kind of interesting. I never really saw that before. But all right, fair enough. That's a good point. Neutral. A lot of government research is an obvious waste of money. Well, of course. Like Wolfa, you did this is. I don't know. Did I? You mentioned that you studied on university, right? Because like 99%, I would even go as far as say 99% of all research that is done is nonsense. But it's the 1% that will revolutionize the world. And it's that 1% that the government will invest in, but the corporations won't. Corporations always invest in stuff that will bring them money. But without the public funding, you will never get things for stuff that you might need. Like if COVID comes, then of course the corporations are going to invest in COVID vaccine because they know that they will make a lot of money. But there is a huge amount of diseases that are so rare that the government is the only one who can actually fund the research into them. And then the corporates will come and they will start producing the stuff because already research was done. But without that, hundreds, if not tens of thousands, or maybe hundreds of thousands of people would die overall because it's just not useful for anyone to research into that. What was the seventh? Strongly disagree. Oh wait, no, that was the question I was on. Tariffs on international trade are important. Yes, agree. And you said agree. Certain products need to be locally produced to avoid certain geopolitical threats. Yes, we're in agreement. And seven strongly agree. I don't strongly agree. I'm either on agree or neutral because I really think that this is a prop for a lot of people to get uh because like we don't live in an ideal world. Like I want this is for example I'm against universal basic income. I just don't think like I live in a social state relatively. So people who are disabled, people who cannot work, they get funding, they get help. But if you do not work, then you shall not eat is one of the things that is the harsh truth of our people. Like I come from a family where, for example, my mother never worked. She flunked every single job and she was pretty much just sucking the welfare out of the state for her whole life, and she was never ill. She just didn't want to, and that actually showed me a lot that a lot of people will just take if you give them. So people who need should get the basics, but unless you are really like if I lose my legs, I will still work. If I lose one of my arms, I will still try to find something that I can do. So there is very little cases of people that, and then I'm not saying like people shouldn't get their needs. You guys know that I'm for public education, public health, or stuff like that. But I feel like this statement itself in itself is encompassing the fact that you will just give people such, and I don't want to say luxury, but such means that they will be content to do nothing. And it might be just something that I get, but I spoke with a lot of friends that are for UBI and stuff like that, and it always comes down to the fact that they say like, "Oh, of course I'm gonna work if I feel like it," and I think that is the breakup of society eventually. Number seven is a Marx quote, if I remember correctly. Yeah. No, no, it's not. This is not Marx, I think, or is it? I don't think it's Marx, but maybe. This philosophy is basically declaring war on human nature. Oh, it is Marx. Okay. I wasn't sure. Noximotar sounds wrong. I would say the boom is a phase. Your conjunctura is like the German one and more the whole period and not only a phase. Maybe, but the word conjunctura in Czech means the period where the economy is growing, before the recession comes. It boom is the specific huge, like, big growth. I don't know. You would have to avoid fraud for it to be a perfect system, which is impossible. I'm just gonna go with agree because I'm not strongly agree, but I don't want to disagree. Let's just go with agree. It would be best if social programs were abolished in favor of private charity. Oh no, no, strongly disagree, and I'm not even gonna go into the details. Like, leaving anything to private means no, just no. That is a step 300 years back. Taxes should be increased on the rich to provide for the poor. Now this is a tricky one. Um, I'm I like the flat tax rate, but I'm myself in the bracket where I'm actually paying extra, and I don't really have a problem with it. So in the end, I guess I'm gonna agree. I've been modifying my position on this, especially uh, especially because I see what's happening in the United States and places like that. So it was about government interference in the economy. And you said to that as long as they do it so wisely with virtuous intent, which is almost never the case. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I'm gonna go with agree. Inheritance is a legitimate form of wealth. Agree. It's not a fair one, but it is like I want to leave my wealth to my children. That's basically it. Basic utilities like roads and electricity should be publicly owned. I would say agree because the ones that I mentioned, like roads, should never be private, and electricity is such a crucial thing for the state that having it completely privately owned is also a bad thing. I don't know what your experience is like in the United States, but the Czech, well, we have the European market, so it's a little bit more complicated. But I say agree. Government intervention is a threat to the economy. Well, it can be, but I would say disagree generally. Those with a greater ability to pay should receive better health care. Disagree. Quality education is a right of all people. Strongly agree. The means of production should belong to the workers who use them. Strongly disagree. The United Nations should be abolished. Strongly disagree. Military action by our nation is often necessary to protect it. Neutral, because this is such a wide statement that I have no idea what it would mean. Roads are publicly owned while electricity is privately owned. In the United States, right? What is your thoughts on deregulation? It depends of what. The regulation of what? I support regional unions such as the European Union. Strongly agree. It is important to maintain our national sovereignty. Neutral. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if it's worth retaining. A united world government would be beneficial to mankind. Or it would be completely dystopian. That's the thing. You never know which way it's gonna go. It's gonna go the right way or the wrong way. And what are we to say? A united world government. Hmm. I really don't know how to answer this one. What are your thoughts? I mean, to university I did postgrad studies in STEM. No, no, I don't want any details. I was just wondering because you mentioned that the research is useless, and I would assume that you were. I mean, again, Australia is as far as you can get from here, but in for example the university that I was on, we did a lot of pointless research, but then a lot of it was actually not. As I said, like the research that a lot of the research was very pointless, but some of it was exceptional and would never get funded if it wasn't for a public institution. I really don't know about this one. I would say agree, but the issue is this could also mean horrifying things. I mean, we will eventually need one, but is it even possible? When you think about the disparity of cultures and differences between people, we've seen what's happening in places like, UK, and when you try to push multiculturalism, and because the thing is, I know this is gonna sound horrific, but if a united world government would happen, the first thing they would do was to start funneling money into Africa and the poorer regions, and trying to. But then again, like that would be the right thing to do. That's the thing. Like this is where, yeah, I'm gonna go with agree because like it would probably hurt me and my well-being, but it would elevate the humanity as a whole. If it was an educated government with the right agenda, if it, but then that's the thing. United for government would not work currently. We are two centralized race, two different values. Maybe in 50 years would be beneficial. Maybe like any government splintered. It would be interesting to see how an economy would work in an age of ubiquitous and high levels of automation. Well, you're gonna eliminate, as they say, the low-level human capital. Jesus Christ, that's dystopian. I really hope that there's gonna be a huge regulation implemented on AI soon. Otherwise, it's just gonna wreck the world as we know it. I'm gonna go with agree. I still choose to be an idealist. It is more important to retain peaceful relations than to further our strength. Agree. Wars do not need to be justified to other countries. Strongly disagree. Military spending is a waste of money. Strongly disagree. International aid is a waste of money. Some of it is, so neutral. My nation is great. Neutral. Research should be conducted on an international scale. Agree. Governments should be accountable to the international community. Strongly agree. Even when protesting an authoritarian government, violence is not acceptable. Disagree. I I would have said agree a long time ago, but I have a feeling that they're like the older I get, the more I realize that some levels of terrorism are actually justified. It really depends on the situation, and I'm not inciting violence or condoning any kind of violence, but I can imagine many situations where violence is the only reasonable choice. Wolfgang could easily end up in a Terminator Matrix level of issues. Yeah, definitely. UBI and massive unrest. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I spent time thinking about it. My social is what I refer to as contribution score, which you can earn credits towards free stuff, food, if you are contributing to society by doing either paid or unpaid work. Can you? I'd be interested in hearing more about this. If you can try to write more about how you envision that working. First, what is your solution to above 40% unemployment? Well, that's the thing. Uh, the people are missing one point, which is that when it comes to AI, there are always like people say it's like the steam engine, it's like electricity. It's not because electricity and steam engine and all of these other things actually created new jobs. Well, really believe that AI is just gonna cut them because it's an artificial intelligence. You can put robots to do human work. So unless we expand massively and create like 900% of new jobs, it's gonna lead to massive unemployment. That is not my actual opinion. I'll let you guys talk about this for a bit because I'm interested in seeing what you will discuss while I work towards finishing this. My religious values should be spread as much as possible. I'm an atheist, but I'm still gonna disagree with this. Our nation's values should be spread as much as possible. Agree, because but that's the thing. I live in a democratic state with, a vast amount of human rights. One of the best, if not the best, free speech in the world. So agree. It is very important to maintain law and order. Agree. The general populace makes poor decisions. Strongly agree. Physician assisted suicide should be illegal. Neutral. I don't have an opinion on that. The sacrifice of some civil liberties is necessary to protect us from acts of terrorism. Disagree. Government surveillance is necessary in the modern world. Strongly disagree. The very existence of all of the state is a threat to our liberty. Strongly disagree. Regardless of political opinions, it is important to side with your country. Strongly disagree. All authority should be questioned. Agree. A hierarchical state is best. Agree. It is important that the government follows the majority opinion, even if it is wrong. Strongly disagree. The stronger the leadership, the better. Neutral. Democracy is more than a decision making progress. Strongly agree. Environmental regulations are essential. Strongly agree. A better world will come from automation, science, and technology. Ha! We just discussed this. Neutral. A couple of years ago, I would go strongly agree or agree. Now I'm just neutral. Children should be educated in religious or traditional values. Agree. I'm not saying that they should be indoctrinated, but they should know about them. Well, actually, let's put it neutral because I feel like this is that you should teach them that. Traditions are of no value on their own. Agree. Religion should play a role in government. Strongly disagree. Churches should be taxed the same way other institutions are taxed. Strongly agree. Climate change is currently one of the greatest threats to our way of life. Strongly agree. It is important that we work as a united world to combat climate change. Strongly agree. Society was better many years ago than it is now. Strongly disagree. It is important that we maintain the traditions of our past. Neutral. It is important that we think in the long term beyond our lifespan. Strongly agree. Reason is more important than maintaining our culture. Strongly agree. Drug use should be legalized or decriminalized. As far as use go, agree. Same-sex marriage should be legal. Strongly agree. No cultures are superior to others. Strongly disagree. Sex outside marriage is immoral. Strongly disagree. If we accept migrants at all, it is important that they assimilate into our culture. Strongly agree. Abortions should be prohibited in most or all cases. This strongly disagree. Gun ownership should be prohibited for those without a valid reason. Disagree. I support single payer universal health care. Single payer. I'm not sure what this means, but universal healthcare, strongly agree. Prostitution should be illegal. Strongly disagree. Maintaining family values is essential. Agree. To chase progress at all costs is dangerous. Strongly agree. Genetic modification is a force for good even on the humans. Neutral. We should open our borders to immigration. Disagree. Government should be, well, actually, neutral. Government should be as concerned about foreigners as they are about their own citizens. Disagree. All people, regardless of factors like culture or sexuality, should be treated equally. Strongly agree. It is important that we further my group's goals above all others. Huh, my group's goal. Well, disagree. Alright, I'm done. So I'm social, 71.2%. Peaceful, 62.8, liberal 62.5, and progressive. Let me copy this to Discord just so you guys have it there. So what were you saying? Then mostly agree. Damn, Wolfo, you need to. I'm sorry, but you are so behind now that I'm not sure. Public and private ownership. Nox Immortalis, this looks pretty much my mind. Yeah, I mean birds of the flock. You know how they say. So I just put it there. Yeah, I mean, I would say that as far as my access goes, I'm getting more conservative and more traditional as I age, but it's mostly because of the craziness that's going in the world. I'm not. There's this joke. I don't think I'm gonna find it, but uh, left part of the axis pushing beam. I don't know if I can find it. Definition of left changing. Yeah, I can't find it. I have no idea how I would find it. But basically, there was this joke. I'm not sure if you know it, but there was basically like a joke where there was this axis. You know, there were years here, like I don't know, 1990, 2000, 2010, 2025. This was the left and right, and there was a guy standing here on the left, and basically what happened is that he was still standing at the same place, but the definition of left was basically changing so much that you just needed to be like super 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 left now, and I'm still holding my own positions, but I'm considered more and more conservative because what I assumed was left, like when I was a kid and a young teenager, is now considered in many cases very conservative. Conquer, and you reckon my axis is going more of a libertarian whilst staying lefting, but you're still relatively young, Conquer. You might change. I think I know what you are talking about. Yeah, there was it was a like a meme some time ago. I got into arguments with a lot of people about it because they said that it's stupid, and me agreeing with it is idiotical, but you know, I wouldn't call it right, but more educated people is generally better for everyone except tyrants. I'm actually gonna go back and check your answers, Wolfo, with the actual test later on, because I appreciate that you're taking the time. So what did you guys voted on? Timberboard, Menace from the GeoGuesser. Okay, well then let's do some GeoGuesser. It could be fun. I have you guys as the Council of Elders, so we can actually do it together and check. So give me just a sec, because I need to pay for the membership. Go elite, unlimited. Payment details, my credit card. Oh snap! It pays for a year. Can't I just be billed monthly? Huh, I can't. Damn, I have to pay for this yearly? Oh, that sucks. I was hoping I could pay for this. Ha ha ha. Most popular. Can you pay for GeoGuesser monthly? Monthly option. On the subscription page, look for the monthly toggle or tab. Change. I don't want to pay for... Oh, like this. Ah, got it. Got it. The euro discount. I don't want the euro discount. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pay this enough. So let me just pay for this. Okay, bank account. Confirm payment. Where the hell is my bank confirmation? Come on. Confirm. Oh, two-step verification process paid. Payment details. You're all set. Your subscription is now active. Now start playing. Wanna get you playing GeoGuesser. YouTube creator. All right, so here I am. The good old me. So I never had the plan, so we'll have to classic. The world is waiting. Wherever you land next. Classic maps. Suggested for you the world. Okay. Plays bronze, silver, gold, and golden. All right, is there moving? No move. Do we want to set time limit? Let's set a time limit per round so that we cannot just spend endless time doing stuff. I kind of like to be... On my side, there's a switch above the payment button. Yeah, thanks, Noximotai. I actually found it. I didn't see that there was a switch. So, exactly as you mentioned, it is there. So, let's go with... How much, guys, how much time are we going to give ourselves? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or no? You know what, let's do no time limit, but we're gonna time ourselves so that we do not spend too much time on it. I would like to do it. Let me just change that we're gonna play GeoGuesser. I would like to do GeoGuesser. All right, so let's do this. To be honest, that switch is very well hidden and behind. Yeah, I had to actually look at it several times before I realized that. But that's on purpose, you know. Do we want? No, this would be crazy with no move and a time limit. So let's do one. Paying euro for GeoGuessr and paying for Netflix or Amazon. Yeah, I'm gonna pay euro, but I want to see how much I'm gonna play it. That's the thing. Like, I might just forget about it in a couple of weeks, and then I don't want to spend, $50 or $60 on it if I just don't use it. So let's go with. All right, let's go with moving and play. There's the music. Give me a sec. I need to. That might be a little bit loud. Is there a setting for that? Option. Music volume. Like this. All right. Well, we're not starting well. What is this? Makam Habib Umar bin. Okay, so we're obviously somewhere. Damn, this really sounds Arabic, Al-Kaf. But this area does not look like that at all. Huh. That's interesting. Turkey or Albania, Indonesia. Indonesia could be cool. We'll need to find more stuff, guys. By the way, I guess, talk, whatever, but please don't Google stuff like that. I want to have fun. So, Arabian is main language and it looks not deserty. So let's go this way. Oh yeah, this is definitely Arabic. It's man, this could be something. Yeah, this is okay. This is really gonna be Indonesia or something. This is a Asian Muslim country. So that would be really Malaysia or Indonesia. Yeah, this is now definitely Indonesia or Malaysia. Let's see if we can narrow it down a little bit. It's a very poor rural part of the country. We're usually trying to find some signs or directions at which point we can say, but what could this be? Hey Hansa, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Wafa, I would actually like to hear your opinion. Maybe if you want to post them later on in at the Suzerain video or somewhere where I can notice it. Musho Nurul Iman. Though the architecture doesn't really seem. I think this might be Indonesia, but where the hell in Indonesia? That is a large country. Selamat datang. Kalamata ikan Trigua. Two-step adventure sponsored by Triglav. Philippines, yeah, but there was Arabic before, so the question is maybe that was. Let's keep moving and we'll see. Timu Undagam City. I'm leaning towards Indonesia. This is such a strange place to start. Black license plates, Indonesia or Malaysia have those. Okay, well that narrowed it down to the two nations we were considering. But yeah, it's gonna be definitely. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Malaysia too now, based on the things that we see. Let's keep moving. We can maybe find something. We're getting a little bit more. Issue is that both Malaysia and Indonesia are in the same tropical climate, so wow, whatever this is so far from the capital, because there's basically no infrastructure here. And I'm trying to find some major road or something, but there might just not be any. This is Sikang Panon. It's not telling me anything. Yes, unlike Philippines, since we saw a woman wearing a hijab, don't think those are common in Philippines. Hey, Hansa, I'm really good. I was talking about how I am in the beginning. I'm feeling good. I spent most of the day out with my kids, playing with them, slept a little bit. My daughter gave me cough again and some sniffles, but I'm feeling a little bit better. And you know, it was really sunny, really nice. So pretty good. We're just playing some GeoGuesser now, trying to figure out that this is actually the first game that I started, and we're just chilling. Could this be? Is this rice? No, it's not rice, but similar, something like that. I think it's Malaysia. Northern Malaysia, my bet. Glad to hear that. Philippines are very Muslim in the south. Well, we haven't seen anything, like, we know it's either Malaysia, Indonesia, or, okay, south of the Philippines. It could be either, but there should be something. What about you, Honza, by the way? How are you? Oh, actually, bro, I'm gonna be in Brno on Monday. If you have a free day, we have a grill party because it's Labor Day in the United States, so we'll be having a grill party in Luzhanki. So I'll be there, and if you have a free afternoon, we might go grab, a beer or something. I was thinking of asking Maudam and Luba as well, but I know that we talked that we could hang if you have a free day. So think about it and hit me up if you can. So Israel, it could be rice. Well, it looked a little bit like rice, but I would assume that there would be more water. But we're getting a little bit to the main road, so let's see. Maybe we can see some signs that. Okay, now we're talking. So let's follow this road and see what we can find. Ha ha ha, we got it. PT Bosung, Indonesia. So it's Indonesia. Whoever had their money in Indonesia, which was not me, was right. And now just we need to figure out what part. Huh, you were on the student dog. Okay. So guys, it's Indonesia. Let's just see if we can find some directions to where we are, and then we're gonna pin it on the map. I'm not going for full score. This is the first game, so we can just at least, nominally we should have an idea where in Indonesia we are. Bosung. So that car was coming here, but it doesn't really help us much. Northwest Java. Why? That's the question. Okay, wait, there was a sign over there. Ketapunk. Urban aquaculture. That's not gonna tell me much. City of Palembang on a sign. König. Tangerang. Any of that could be a city. Well, I think whatever this road is, it will lead to a bigger road. And bigger signs. Okay, there we go. There's something here. Nope, too far. It's right up here. Damn, none of these Mauk. Kalantan. I think we saw Kalantan somewhere. Pahang. Something in Mauk. Sukadiri. Kuantan. Wait, Indonesia, not Malaysia. Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for catching me. I think we are on the front island of Sumatra. Films not Malaysia, what? Now you're confusing me, guys. I think we're on the island of Sumatra. That's Bali. Jambi. Padang. Sepantan Sukadiri, could it be something here? I don't see anything of those. It's probably all small local places. Palembang. I think we saw something over something like this, that we Penambaran. Did we see Medan? No, I don't think so. Okay, question. Guys, how far do you want to go? Do you want to get to like a couple of kilometers of the place, or do you just want to have wild guesses and see more places? Because I just don't want to bore you with going too deep. But the question is, we either go wide range, we try to get to reasonable distance, or we go like, okay, let's identify the city specifically. Did we see Tangerang? It's on the island south of Sumatra. Tangerang Kota. Yeah, here. Okay, narrow it down to reasonable distance. But guys, please don't Google. Like, just let's try to, you can use Google Maps too, but please don't Google names and stuff like that. Let's just make it fun. And you could easily Google an address or something and know it perfectly, but just do. So Tangerang is over here. Wait, I lost it. Tangerang. South Tangerang. So that would be right next to Jakarta. Serang, Sukadiri, Kramat. Is there a road number or something? Okay, let's we know that Tangerang is to the right. Wait, where was that? If it says Tangerang is to the right, wait, that's weird. Is there no? There's no right here. Is this the right? I don't think that's the right. So there has to be a crossroad here somewhere. It's this one. So Tangerang is to the right, so there should be another one over here. Basak, Kutabumi, Sukadiri, Sukamakarsek. Okay, message me on Discord, Hansa. Good night, and thanks for stopping by. No, MRK, I'm not saying you Googled it. Sorry, I didn't want to sound awful, but just like a general warning, just so we don't spoil the fun. So do you see anything on the map here, Kimini Kasak? Because this is the way to Tangerang. Wait, we're going to east-southeast. So we should be somewhere around here. Ketapang. Kamiri. Pasar. Let's go a little bit further, then we're just gonna pin it. We know what island we are on, so let's just see if we can find a little bit more information, and we'll just you know, take that information, because we could spend a whole day here. Oh wow, this is nice looking. Jame Al Hadia. The Muslims are everywhere, my friends. What was that? The Grand Batavia. That sounds like something that could be here. Batavia! Batavia Splash. Graha Batavia. Oh, it's Grand Batavia, but we're getting close. It has to be somewhere here. Water Adventure. It's the Grand Batavia Garden. I think we might be over here somewhere. Am I reading that? That's Grand Batavia. But we're getting close. We are getting close. Grand Batavia. Just above the splash place? Oh yeah, we're here! Nice! Okay, so we are right here. We found it. Okay, so we're going southwest. So we went southeast. So we were going this way. And that means we were somewhere around here, right? Well, either way, this is like reasonable distance. But I think that we were around this place because we went. Yeah, I should think about thinking where I'm going. But yeah, we're somewhere like here. So let's just pin it here and see. 3.7 kilometers, guys. Nice. Success. Success. So let's do the next one. Now this is interesting. We're in Eastern Europe, guys. This could even be Czech Republic, based on the looks. Wait, this could definitely be Czech Republic. This really looks like Czech Republic. I'm not even kidding, this is Czech Republic. We use these signs. Or Slovakia. This is, guys, this might be Czech Republic. I might be home. I'm not kidding. No, well, it could be also Romania, but the way... Yeah, okay, this is... Okay, let's see. No, this is not Czech Republic, but I got excited. Okay, so that was a street name here. And they disappeared. And that house got way more dilapidated. No. Miklos. This is Hungary. This might be Hungary. This might be Hungary. Okay, so we are on this street. I need to remember just so that we, you know, don't lose the sight. Let's try the other way. Okay, just go straight to this, by this street. Hello, good citizen. Can you tell us where we are? What the hell is this? They really don't want anyone to see whatever that is. So over there is the main city. Hungarian part of Romania. Hungarian stop signs have rivets in the front. Really? How do you know that? I've driven in Hungary. Kiveve. No, this is definitely either is Hungary or is based on the language, it's Hungary or Hungarian part of Romania. But I would bet it's Hungary. Because there's no double. I don't know the walls in. No, this is definitely, that's how they mark streets in Budapest. So this is Hungary, Balas, Balin, Utja, yeah. So we're in Hungary, but the question is where? Or again, I'm gonna entertain the idea that this is a Hungarian part of Romania, but the fact that the street signs are not in two languages leads me to believe that this might really be Hungary. So I'm still going straight. Kovacs. By the good citizen was a shield at the gate. Maybe that gives more information. By the good citizen, somewhere in the beginning? Should I go all the way back or... Oh, wait. This one seemed like it could be readable. No. Don't smoke on the bus station. No, we have Tesco in Czech as well. Tesco is like all across Europe. Yeah, some of these places look really nice. I like it. This is like a really nice village. Some of these houses look pretty good. I don't really appreciate the bungalows, but I like the street generally. I wish they didn't have a Tesco here. Like if there was some kind of park or something. This side is ugly, but the houses are really nice. I wonder what happened that they got this awful view. This is a really nice house. This is one of the best parts of GeoGuesser. I like the idea that you were gonna get to see interesting places. Okay, I say we go visit that part because that might be where the center of the town is. They also have McDonald's, so this is not a small city. This Spar, Diego. Okay, Özd. I think that might be a city. Özd. I don't think. I never heard that name, but assume it might be. I need some signs, some road signs. Okay, we're getting closer to some. I don't think Tesco is Romanian, so almost to the Hungary. Yeah, this is definitely Hungary. Hungary. Just as I said that. But okay, give me directions, guys. Give me directions. I saw a sign. Come on. These roads look so familiar. I live in a house like this, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's this height. and I'm within the 5th floor in the middle, but it's completely renovated and really nice. It doesn't look like that. Okay, so we're getting closer to some reasonable place that could tell us where we are. The EO52. Was there a... I think that's a local road. We're gonna have a hard time finding that. Yeah, we need a bigger number. That's why I'm trying to find the way you or in Central Europe. I mean, you guys are not, with the exception of Wolfau, I guess. But everybody else should know. And I think that in United States it works a little bit differently. But basically, we have the. It shows you the most distant place first. So you, for example, drive towards Budapest, and then you have other destinations. And this is what they look like when they are not fixed, and that is awful. This is the typical communist building. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is what it shouldn't look like. We have parts like this in Czech, but they are all fixed. Because this is what it looked like before, and my god. It is awful. So parking. I need to find the center of the city. Jesus Christ. Mini busy. Yeah, Orban really made a number on the country. You can look at the differences between Czech and Hungary now. Hungary was about the same level as Czech when Orban took power, and now they are so far below us. This place doesn't have a center. It doesn't have a city center. It's just communist tenements. Which, what might sound like a joke, is actually what happened many times. Jesus Christ, give me a sign. Oh no, now we're approaching it. The Catholic Technicum and Gymnasium of Shecheri István. I mean, the surrounding area is really nice. It's probably some small town. Okay, there's hospital. Beautiful road, very Central European. Orban's Magyar dystopia, yes. I can't wait for him to end up in jail. How the hell did I end up on a small road again? Jesus Christ. Okay, I got lost completely. I think I clicked too fast. And... Alright, let's go back to the start. We need to find a... Let me just go this way. I need to find a direction. This is ridiculous. There has to be some kind of road sign. I still think we might be in Ozd, whatever that is. Oh, he has a friend. He has a friend there. Trump. Wasn't Trump's campaign partially paid for by Fidesz or something like that? I think I saw something like that in the news. There has to be a border sign when we leave the city. Oh my god. Somehow I'm getting to worse and smaller roads. I'm trying to get out. Look when I ended. What the hell? Yeah, I think by clicking, I accidentally click off. Alright, there we go. So there has to be a city limits sign here somewhere. Here? Yeah, it's Öjd. Öjd Uraj. Oh! 5 kilometer to border with Slovakia. Okay. So that would assume it's somewhere around here. Öjd. I mean, it can be anywhere here, but Öjd. Here it is. Öjd. I was right. Öjd Uraj. So here we are. Alright, here's the interspar. Guys, we might get this to a minute. To a meter. So we're on a street that is overlooking the Tesco to the south, and there was Spar right next to it. Wait, to south, so it has to be from here. Here's the Tesco. We're here. Marcus Street. And we're at a small intersection. Then we're gonna have this to a meter. So the Tesco, wait, go back. The Tesco is to the south, so this is east. So I assume we are somewhere here. Kantor. Left of the cash. Yeah, I'm thinking here because Tesco is here. But I don't see this part. We're starting on an intersection. So this is to the west. So could it be this? This intersection? Is there? There's no, it's just a T. Wait, is this ending here? No. Here. I think this is gonna be this one. Because I think that's the one, wasn't it? We have a street name here. And it turns to the Chessy Auto. Could it be this? Cash. I think we are at the intersection left of the Kerteshet is the yellow sign. Kerteshet is the yellow sign? Sorry, what? Yellow sign? No, I mean, we can play a speed GeoGuesser after that. I like that one too, but I really think we're here. Because I think we saw... Did we saw a street sign? Somewhere here. Wait, you know what? We can find a street sign. Now that we know where we are, it is super easy. Wait, let's go the other way. So the first intersection... from the start to Tesco, there is a yellow sign on the southern street side. This one? No. Start to the Tesco, there is a yellow sign on the southern... This one? That's it? Well, I mean, there's the bus station. And I think we saw the bus station here somewhere. I want to get it to a meter now that we know perfectly where we are. Marcius 15. Yeah, we're literally here. Marcius, I think this is... We just need to know that the other one is 22014. I wish it showed. It won't, but this is Miklos. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we saw the Miklos somewhere here. Tokapi. No. Wait, hold on. That's wrong. What was that? Toko Udja. No. Oh, here. Hokove Udja. So here, this is the one. I think we're here. So that means we have this place. And there's 1, 2. Yes, we're here. This is the place, but we started a little bit too... Wait, a little bit to the right. No, here. I'm looking this way. So that would mean... Wait, I'm confused. I'm completely confused. So I'm looking south. I have to reorient myself. No, the other way. This way, right? I'm looking this way, so it's on my right side. So I think like here. All right. 5 meters. Guys, we did it. We literally found 5 meters. That is... I want to congratulate everyone. That was a team effort, and we've done freaking 5 meters. Holy hell. That is amazing. Good job, guys. So let's continue the streak. Okay, so first guess, UK or United States. This sign is absolutely foreign to me. Do we have Wolfau here? Wolfau would know. He's the man from down under. So, do you have this sign in Australia? What the hell is that? No, I don't think this is Australia. But this might be United States or rural United States or something. Because yeah, I think it's US as well. And more rural area. Yeah, I'm thinking rural US is the best bet. Because it doesn't look like Australia. That would have to be somewhere. No, Australia can be confusing. I saw some photos that I would never bet. Yeah, but the double. This is definitely a British colony, British ex-colony. So let's go. No, this is United States hurricane region. They build these cardboard houses everywhere. Also, like a detached garage here. What the hell? Like, this is interesting. Do you have a house and then a detached garage with a house? $70 miles? And I did this. Wait, 90? These are kilometers. It could be Canada. There was a green street sign with numbers. We drive on the left here. US drives on the right. Signs are on the left side. Could be Australia. Architectural star. Well, me neither, but it's kilometers. I don't think that Saint Adalbert. Yeah, I'm thinking Canada more and more because the name. And it's gonna be I'm leaning towards Canada right now, or northern United States. Though the sign that said 90, that definitely isn't miles. Yeah, we're in Quebec or somewhere. Saint Just Breton. This is Quebec. I'm pretty sure. Lac Frontier. Let's narrow it down to Quebec. Because it's French. I mean, it could be any other part, but... I mean, what a place to live. So much green. I would absolutely love that, but... Actually, Wolfau, speaking of what a place to live, one of my dreams is to go to Australia and ride was it M1 highway, the one that leads across all of the Australia? I know that a lot of people do it, and they claim it's the best, the dream that turns into a nightmare really fast. But I would love to do a road trip like that with my wife one day, just without kids, just go there for 2 months and just do that. I know that you will probably tell me that I'm crazy, but I love that. Speaking of, what do you think of Sun Zongshan? I have no idea what you're talking about. What is Sun Zongshan? Well, I should probably end the vote. Dr. Sun Yat-sen? I still don't know who that is. Sun Yat-sen? Oh, hell, he might be going for a while. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, Kuomintang. Ah, okay. I really don't know much about the Chinese history. That's one of my dark spots. I know the general strokes, but the people and everything is. Okay, here we go. 204, 285 northeast. So we got something to work with. 204. Huh. The numbers here do not match, so that might not be Quebec. 204. 585? Is there any est? Damn. Aside from the wildlife, there isn't much that I can say comes to Australia for. I've met a bunch of chicks over here. The most say they come to escape the cold. So winter in Europe is summer for us. Signs are only in French. I know a guy who drove the road trains across Australia. He grew to dislike driving across the country. It's crazy because they say the distances are so vast that you just get fed up with it. So 204 is ending here, or 285 is ending here. No, this is definitely Canada, but Est. I would assume we are in Quebec, but could we be somewhere north? There's no roads here. It's just nothingness. Wait, are you joking? Why are you not showing me road numbers? Because these are all 1 or 3. I don't see any 2s, which confuses me. But I would assume that Alberta, maybe? No, those are 43, 97. So where the hell is Saskatchewan? 2. Muskrat. I'm kind of thrusting here blindly, trying to just grab onto something, but I guess we'll have to continue. Yeah, I mean, I would say Quebec, but the number is nowhere. This definitely is a major road. It's marked as 1. Wait, here are the 2s. Could it be New Brunswick? There were 2s over here. 23. What was the number? 232? 204. And the other 285. That's 295. 289. We're in New Brunswick, guys. 281. Yeah, it's here somewhere. 285. Was it 285? Yes, 285 and 204. Saint Eugene. 285. So it's this road. And here's 204. Yes. So 204, 285 ends here. We're right here right now. This is where we are. Saint Adalbert. All right, we found it. So this is San Adalbert, and now we just need to figure out where the hell we are right here on this road. We're on 204 in San Adalbert. Could it be here? No. Okay, so this is 204. Northeast to southwest. That checks out. And we just need to figure out where restaurant or Sommet de Deviche San Adalbert. I don't think we've seen that. Yeah, we also saw Adalbert. There's a restaurant here somewhere. This place, that's San Adalbert. We just need to figure out what that restaurant is. Because it's definitely on this road. Weird curve. Yeah. Northeast. It definitely has to. I mean, this is 204. There's nothing else. Yeah, here's the curve. That's the curve. So right now we're over here. So there should be the restaurant over there. So there should be a church here. Yeah, here that's the fire station, I think. Rua de Anguissa would probably be this one. Okay, here's the church and the cemetery. So this is the Rua de Anguissa. So we're on the right place now. We all have to just figure out. So that really is just like one road. Wait, are we like literally here? Because this is northeast and there was nothing. Chanel's Boschette. Could we be here? Because there's nothing else at all. So that would say we are right here. Because if that is the case, then there has to be one more. Over here. Hell yeah, we're right over here. I think so. Doesn't my map double check? Because there's nothing else, we're just going this way, and there's the weird curve. There's this right-heading road. And the other one is over there. So let's guess. 16 meters! We are, guys, we're doing it. You are amazing. You're the best council I could have. Snap. This is amazing. Now that's what I call United States. Holy hell. Or Canada. I can. Damn it. I like this idea to figure out whether they drive on the left or right. Considering the way the cars are parked, I would say on the right. Yeah, definitely on the right. They're driving on the right here. Then, okay, so you figure out which countries drive on the left and right after that. Maple on the 4th? What? There's a sign? Oh yeah, Maple on the 4th. Okay. So we know where we are. We just need to figure out the city, the state, and the country. And holy hell, this looks really remote. Could this be Alaska or something? Because there's... Okay, I guess this is the main road, so let's go this way. Maple and 4th. Ah, okay, hello. This looks way less remote. Southeast Casper and Warambi. So these are... Is this Canada again? No, Wyoming. And business interstate. So we're in the United States. Okay, Conquer. This is your domain. North, southeast. So to 87, and there's a Wyoming. Oh, wait, Wyoming. That's one of the few that I'm always struggling with. Yeah, I saw Wyoming as well, but damn, it has to be. That's Wisconsin. That's the one that I'm always struggling. Is it south? Oh, now I'm confused. Right next to North Dakota. What? Montana? Minnesota? What? Did you say North Dakota? Above Colorado. Oh, here it is. Yes, above Colorado. Right in the Conqueror. That I don't know where Wyoming is. I knew it was like north central, but you, my man, you need to be more careful with your words. Okay, here's 287. We got it. And 80. 287. Man, 287 is not long. No, actually it is. It goes down here. 287. Man, my guess was really not being this south. That looked like way more north. 287. 287. Casper Warambi. There's 30 south. So it's 28. So it's 26. Okay, so we need to go this way. 28. Here's 30. So here's 30. And here's 80. Little America. Jamestown. Mountain View. So here's 80, 287, 30. Okay, so here, Rollins. Could we be in Rollins? That actually makes a lot of sense considering this is 287 and this is 30. Warmount Supercenter, Rollins Cemetery. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Maple Street? What was the other street? Ferd? No, 4th and Maple. Well, if that was Ferd, so the 4th can be... Oh, yeah. All right, well, that one was easy. I tell you guys, just find the roads. Like in the United States, you cannot get lost. Just find the biggest road, the next to the corner. That one didn't even take long. Once once I found out Wyoming, see, like I'm when they say that Americans don't know the states in Europe, I always say like, yeah, but I'm also struggling with the central part. I know the usual ones. I know Washington. I know Florida, California. I know these some of these Georgia, stuff like that. The New Mexico. But when you get into the central part, Nebraska, Dakotas, Wyoming, I'm always struggling which one is which. And if you gave me a blind map, I would mess this central part up completely. It's super hard. When you get like to the east or the west or the other way around, I'm showing it wrong, but to the west and east, then I know. But the other parts are. Oh no, it's Korea. That is going to be way harder, guys. It is going to be way harder, but this looks like it could be one of the big places. The big arrow. So we're definitely in Korea, and I mean the best Korea, the South Korea. Lotte Castle. Well, we know it's not North Korea. Yes. Munro. I'm struggling with the way they mark their maps and roads in Korea, because they don't seem to be working in the same way they do in Europe. And just as I say that, they will work as in Europe, right? Come on, show me the sign. One more step. Jamwonro. I don't think. Yeah, it's somewhere in the city. 4188 has 45. '88. I think this is the symbol. 88. Could be the road. Hangang Park. Well, it's gonna be kind of hard to find Hangang Park. Busan. One moment, guys. I'm back. Summer Olympics. Olympic? You think that might be Olympics? Really? That might be a great coup though. Oh my god, you were right. This is Seoul. There's the 88. Holy hell, Mr. MRK, you did us unbelievable favor. Look at that. We found it. So this is 88 over here. And now we need to find 41. And we'll basically be ready to triangulate our position. So here's 88. The question is, I don't see the river though. So it might just be behind this. Here's 49, 48, 5. This is a long, oh hell, this is a long road. But it's all, yeah, I assume that the river is just beyond this. Okay, this is where it ends. But we're not on 88 yet. This is the way to 88. So this is the exit to 88. Oh, snap. Okay, let's go back. So we know we're on the 88. Olympic Diego. And it's something that could be on the map. Olympic Diego. Damn, the 88, we need more because this is a too big of a road. Ah, this is too big. Up Guangzhou Raw. Ha, okay, so Raw is road. I see 200. What? It's 200 meters. Or what do you mean 200? I see 200. Okay, so the road 88 is called Olympic Diaro. Okay, so that does not help us. The question is... Wait, there's a road to the airport here. What was on that side? Did I... Wait, hold on. I saw something here. Sports complex, Olympic, Gimpo Airport. No, that's a metro station. We need to figure out at least a little bit where we are on this road because it's a huge one. Gimpo Airport? Ah, Gimpo International Airport. Okay, so here. So we are... Okay, let's assume we are somewhere around here. In this part, because we are... The Gimpo Airport is this way. We are south of it. It's the problem with the foreign cities. There's a huge highway here. This looks like it's the Gimpo Airport. Damn, I'm having a hard time navigating here, really. Okay, this is... But there's the... I really think this might be the airport tower. No, no, it's not. Okay, so we are... There's a bridge over the river. I thought this was a airport tower. There's a... Okay, so there's a huge... Okay, so we're going... Okay, so we are going west. No, north. Yeah, so it's one of these bridges. And there was a... Okay, now all we need to know... Okay, so we're going... The distance that we're going like this. One of these. The question is which of these bridges we are on. It's just... Yeah, it's not gonna help us. They're all gonna be huge. Hanam Junction. South of the 88 highway. 70. Yeah, we're somewhere around here. Though the no, actually that doesn't help us. We could also be here. Damn it. Is there anything distinguishing this around this area? A lot of bridges. Quebec Expressway, Hanam Junction, Namsan Tunnel, City Hall. 41 is 46. Jesus Christ. This might be the hardest one of these yet. Okay, let's just keep going. We need more information. Yeah, this is the 70. And what are we on? 300 meters to 41. It's 48. So we have to be on the 70. So it has to be here. That's 48. 47. Wait, are we all the way somewhere like here? I was way off if that is the truth. Because here's the 88 and the 70 is still here. The 47, that makes no sense. $48. Damn, I'm confused. I am so confused. The 70, yes, we know that we crossed. There's the 88. Or the 80, sorry, not the 88. No, 88. Here's the 70, so we're crossing the river in Seoul. But how the hell am I supposed to figure out which road this is? Because it says 41. That's 30. Am I blind? Do you guys see 40, 41 somewhere? Hanamdairo. Jesus Christ. There's a radio tower there, but that's so far that it's not gonna help us. And we're getting so far, we could be back on one side of river. No, I know that we crossed from here to here, but I have no idea where we did that. Wait, that's 43. That's 100. Because this is too far. The 70 is no longer here. And there was an exit to 70. So here's 43. But it says that the continuing road is 41. Jumper Bridge. So one of these roads has to be 41. But that's the thing, it's not. It just isn't. That's what's confusing me. Youngsun Park. Here's 45. It's one of these damn roads, but which one? That's one. Too small. It's not this one. Jesus Christ. Huh. Like, I mean, we could pin it with, say, 20-kilometer Hangang Park on the map. Hano Park. Youngsun. Like, if I pin it here, we'll get like 4,000 points, but that's not what we wanted. So we're going north, straight north, on the bridge, and then sort of northwest. Hanam, Nansam. And it said something here. Olympic exit. Namsan Tunnel 41. That's what confuses me. This is leading to the 70 and 41. Hangang Park. Murim, that is the building. MRK, the Olympic Expressway is this one. That's the 88, which starts over here and goes this way. And there's the 70 on the other side, so we just need to figure out which part we're crossing. But I think Gokar found something. Murim, right next to the starting location, is the building. Murim. Lotte Castle. Murim. It's not exactly going to help us much. The Lotte Castle might though. Because this is the Olympic Expressway. Olympic Daego. So which one goes straight north and then northwest? I don't assume it's somewhere around here. This is a big one. Hanam Daego? It also says it leads to the airport. That doesn't make any sense. Hanam Junction. Wait, it could be this one. Hanam Daego. That's northwest. Gambir Expressway. Gambir. Could it be here? Murim. Vuga. Lotte Engineering. It's here. Lotte Castle and Murim. That's gonna be here somewhere. Age gallery. Legume. It's here. Or somewhere here. Real estate agency. Medical supply store. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere here. The question is where, because this is the lot there. I think we found it. But where the hell? Exactly. So we are connecting over here. So that one is somewhere. Tesla supercharger. Crescent Tower. The Riverside Hotel. Can we see the Riverside Hotel somewhere? That's not what I wanted to do. But okay, this is the actual highway. The Riverside Hotel. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I assume we are like here. Does that sounds right? Because that is the Riverside, which is here. We are okay. I assume that building is this building, so we would be somewhere like here. No, actually, a little bit here, because there's a construction here, and there's that. Yeah, there's that intersection, and we see this is starting point. Yeah, we are over here. 12 meters. I call that a success. I call that a success. 24,988 points, and all because of you guys. Now that is amazing. That is amazing. I congratulate you guys because I couldn't do it without you. I couldn't do it without you, and this is way. So do you guys want to do a no move one, where we just try and see and guess, because that sounds like fun. But do a no move one. Okay, that's exactly what. So this is all that we get. This is all that we get. This is not gonna be at 25,000 score. So okay, it's a could be Australia, could be South Africa, but we're going on the left side. So we're going on the left side. Oh yeah, you're just talking about it. Which side of the road? Left side. The sun is in the south. Wow, you guys are actually going to this the right way. The sun is to the east, actually. Sun is to the east. It's definitely subtropical in my opinion. I don't know why. I want to say that it's something like South Africa. I'm not sure if they're going on the left side. And Northern Hemisphere. I don't know. Northern Hemisphere, why do you go on the left side? No, it's east. There's horses. Well, I would still assume that, or it could be some kind of. Is there any nation in South America that they're going on the left side? Your red star makes me think Brazil. I thought it could be something like that too. Maybe Colombia, something like that. But I don't know what side they. Actually, let's guess. Countries drive on the left. Oh, there's not many. So the only ones are, what is that? That's not Ecuador. What countries are that? Guyana and Suriname. UK. It's either. It's not gonna be those. I think. My bet would be South Africa, somewhere around here. It's definitely not any of these, and I don't think it's gonna be Australia. Wolfao can confirm that, but that doesn't really look Australian to me. Guyana and Suriname. You guys think it's Guyana or Suriname? I mean, it could be, but aren't those much more wet? Oh, you mean what? Ah, you mean when I was thinking what nations they are? Yeah. Wait. I had it here. I think this might. I would really bet on South Africa, though it could be also any kind of like Botswana, Mozambique, something like that. Is there anything else that's distinguishing red soil? It's definitely not anything northern of Mozambique, because that would be way drier, I think. So it's either one of these two or South Africa or any of these. Oh, yeah, Zimbabwe is not it. Let's bet. So who votes? Who votes South Africa? I do. I vote. I vote South Africa. Anyone else? Let's hold a vote. There's 6 of us here, 5 of you, and 1 of me. So let's hold a vote. I say South Africa. Okay, concur. Think South Africa. Wolfhow, what about you? MRK. What about you guys? Go for it. Hello, hello, hello. So that's 3 for South Africa. South Africa is not driving on the right, Wolfhow. It shows here that it's driving on the left. I'll say Brazil just to be stubborn, but Brazil is driving on the right. Unless this guy is crazy. I mean, you know, we cannot really rule that out. Actually, could he be driving that way? I didn't consider that. No, I think it's going this way. Hold on. I cannot change it, but I think this is how it started. So okay, so let's go. Yeah, okay. Let's try South Africa. And where? I would say somewhere on the coast. Maybe somewhere. I don't see the sea though. Unless it's behind that, which very likely could be. Not really mountains. It's all flat. It's all flat. Really. Unless we are on a mountain. So something like, yeah, I'd say coast. Yeah, there's a horse. We said that already. There is a horse farm or something that someone is, because there's are these houses which also led me to thinking it's South Africa. There's no sign or anything. Could be also, I don't know, George down here. I would say something like this, somewhere around here. Lesotho. Hard to say. Okay, let's just put it centrally like here. It was Brazil. Well, MRK was right. MRK was right. Yeah, I have no idea why it was on one side. I think that we read it wrong. I think that we were just looking at the back of the car or something. I don't know. 35 points. But that's nothing well. This is not gonna be better. I can already tell you. Okay, so technological. That might be Brazil again. André Ampere. This is Spanish though, isn't it? Ministro de Educación. That's Spanish, so that's not Brazil. Ah, okay. South Africa uses white lines. I'll remember that. So this is Spanish. It's definitely not Spain though. Maranata. Claro. Tienda. Okay, so we can narrow it down to South America, but where? I don't know why, but Colombia sounds good to me. Exa, Usla, Banqueta. There's a doggy sleeping there. So, any ideas? Anything you want me to look at? Atención. I would say it could be Colombia, maybe Peru. It could be Peru. It's really hilly. Oh, you have to be. I'm pretty sure it says where we are right here. San Lucas. Is there San Lucas in Peru? It can be. There's probably like 40 of them. Seems to be Peru. I don't know, but San Lucas can be, it could be Chile as well, or Ecuador. Just a wild guess. And also, if this place is called San Lucas, it can be like there could be like 100 of them. Rooftop signs to the right. Baccalaureato, paracursor. Yeah, I don't think this one has a address. Este presidio non se vende. So it doesn't really look that small when you look this way. Like, there's nothing there or there, really. Or there, but the city might be over there. San Lucas, huh? It's like looking for Nino the haystack. It's like looking for San Lucas in Peru. It's like looking for San Lucas in Peru. Central America. Central America is Brazil, pretty much. Like Bolivia, you think? Santa Cruz. I mean, it could be. Like, and there's really nothing to base it on from where I'm seeing. I bet it's South America, but where? I think on the road. See, now, here we know that it's going on the right side. It's easy. But Joy, car wash, Vincenzo. Oh, this is giving me Papaya flashbacks. That's such a great game. Those 3 people coming up a hill. Maybe El Salvador or Honduras. That is also a possibility. It could be definitely a possibility. Those 3 people coming up a hill. Yeah. It's 3 women. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to pin it. I don't think we can get any more information from this. Unless anyone has any ideas. Do you think that you can think of something that we could... What about the sun? Yeah, the sun is not even visible here. So it's a little bit of an issue. So it can be anywhere in this area, I think. Damn. San Lucas Sacalapeque. San Lucas, huh? It'll be a really big surprise if I found it on the map like this, but Panama. Alright guys, we have to pin it. So your guesses in the chat now. Good night, Nux Immortales. I'm gonna be ending soon too, in about 30 minutes, I'd say. So guys, Nux Immortales, give us your best guess also before you leave, so that we have one. Hey, Lucas Carvalho, I didn't even know you were here. Boa noite to you too. I'm gonna stick with Peru. I have no idea. Okay, Conqueror says Colombia. So what about you guys? Hello, hello. What do you think? Okay, MRK thinks Peru as well. Wolfa, what about you? My man. I know we haven't learned anything new, so let's just throw it in the chat. What do you think? Peru, okay. Anyone else? Yes, I guess. Lucas Carvalho. Okay, hello, hello, El Salvador. So I think you're the last one, Lucas. We need to bet. So far, we have 35 points. So we can't really go much lower. I bet it's not gonna be worse than before. Okay, Nux Immortalis is not betting. Lucas, you wanna gander, I guess, before I pin it in Peru? Alright, I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds if you want to guess. Then I'm just gonna pin it. I'm gonna put it somewhere like here. Alright, there we go. Let's guess. Holy hell, you were right. Whoever guessed Honduras, San Salvador, or Guatemala. It was Guatemala. I mean, you didn't say Guatemala, but you said Honduras or El Salvador, and you were right. Cool. Oh, you gotta be kidding. We're getting good ones right now. And I love this part. Like, not only do we get nothing, but we get also this. All right, so we're driving on the right. That's for sure. And it's a forest. It's well, I've never seen this before. Anyone know this sign? That's not a trolley bus, that's a bus. Wait, trolley bus? Oh, there. Oh, I completely missed that. Oh, but those are not trolley bus lines. These are just electric cables for electricity. Oh, that would have been great guess, but it's on the side. It's just a perspective issue. Based on this, I would bet USA or Australia or something, but do you use in USA these signs for school buses? Yeah, right side driving, so it's not Australia, but I don't think this is USA either. This sign doesn't seem like US sign at all to me. Maybe Canada? The forest would. It could be west of United States. These states like Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I have no idea what they use for signs there. Yeah, I'm not gonna learn much from this one. Damn, we got really poor draws this time. The road in the middle of nowhere. Can you see if the sign back there is in miles? This one? Or which one? Which sign? Which sign, Volvo? I'm not sure which one do you mean. This one? It's too far. It's funny because like there is obviously something over. Oh no, it's just a just a turn marker. Yeah, I guess we won't learn anything here either. There's just nothing. The road is in good condition though, so it's definitely not in an extremely remote place. And there is some traffic. A pickup truck. And that car is pretty good. New. I'd say border between Canada and the United States, somewhere around there. Guessing US. Why not US? It is not Michigan. What irks me is this sign. I don't think this sign is, US sign. They use different graphics. But what? It's not Michigan. I bet maybe somewhere like this would be a safe bet. No idea though. It's just a guess. It's not too far north because the forest doesn't look too. The trees are very tall, so there's enough sunlight and rain. So it cannot be really quite far into the Northern Territory. So it has to be somewhere like this, but it could be, anywhere along the border. I don't think it's US either. So we have shit roads here. Well, that goes for everything. All right, guys, let's place our bets because I don't think we're gonna learn much here or much more. I'd say my bet is here. East Coast. Like Brunswick? It could be Prince Edward or somewhere like here. Rural version. Appanos County, Iowa. That is such a weirdly specific guess, Maine. Very specific, yeah. Appanos County, Iowa. But good on Lucas that he stands his ground on a very specific place. Conker, what about you? What's your guess? Oh, you passed through the region. Do they have any signs like that in Iowa? Lower Minnesota. So you're going with US in the end? Alright. Well, I'm actually gonna go with you. Okay. So if you say Iowa, we'll just put it here. Lower Minnesota. Okay, so Minnesota, you guys think it might be here, so let's bet. Let's see. Nope. It was US. But it was this damn place. I mean, though we got pretty decent amount of points. New State Route 32. Between Freehold and Cairo. Never would have bet that. New York. Please give us some. Okay, finally we get something to work with. Not much though. Well, we're driving on the left. That's for starters. So this could be the good old UK. It's actually pretty much looking like UK. Yeah, looks like UK. Everybody says UK. We have these exact same trash cans here. Guess that's a world standard. Oh, there's something on those signs and we cannot see it. Vote. What does it say? Vote. Member? Something like that. Vote remain? Oh, it could be before Brexit, yeah. Shante Park? I mean, these houses look pretty really nice. So I would say something central UK. Yeah, the Scotland voted as well. Could be Scotland. That's true. It's the weather is, and it's relatively flat. Could be somewhere here, north of between Dundee and Edinburgh, somewhere like here. On the trail. It's definitely either outskirts or completely detached from any larger cities. Just trying. It's not on the coast though, I think. Could be Blackpool region too. somewhere like here. Lincolnshire. So I guess we all say UK, but where exactly? Feels rural. I don't think in the southwest the bus signs are different. I'd say here. What about you guys? Any guesses? Why the whole place? Right front, the whole rear. Well, that checks out. But we already knew it was UK. We're pretty much sure. I'm guessing what can be more precise than that. Okay, guys, place your bets. Where in UK? I say in the north, based on the weather. I'd say somewhere like this. Actually, I'm gonna put it here. But I'd like to hear. Hello, hello, this is England. So this area, Lincolnshire. Where even is that? Lincolnshire. I don't even know which part that is. Lincolnshire. Ceremonial County in East England. Okay. East. East Coast, south of Yorkshire. And Conquer, what about you? What's your mighty guess? You can't wait for it to be Northern Ireland or somewhere across the world. They're all tough. Lucas, we did so well in the first one that we decided to do the NoMove ones, and they are super tough. Lucas, want to bet your bet as well? Which one? Or where in the UK? I mean, flat, yeah, but North UK. All right. Fantastic guess. It was. Are you shitting me? I drove here. I was here actually. I was in this area. Well, actually, no. I was in Worthing, so I wasn't. Okay, that is a little bit further, but yeah, I was like right next to it. But hey, 3,450 points. That's not that bad. All right, last one. Okay, this one is actually pretty cool. Further south than I expected. Same. It was Hampshire. Damn. Not UK. I would honestly bet something like Belgium or Denmark based on the architecture. Or Northern Germany. It's gonna be Northern Germany. They use these barrels and this kind of rustic. Though these are completely wrong. These are not German. I drove in Germany many times, and this is not German. The houses, the houses would look German. Could be Belgium. I don't recall what I just drove on Belgian highways, so I don't really know what their cities look like. Did I see a car with red text on white plate? I can't say. Is that a flag hanging down? Right side? Flag? Oh, this one. Well, it's probably municipal flag or something, but I don't think that's gonna help us. Yo is Netherlands and Luxembourg. I don't think this is a flag of a country, to be honest. It looks like a hotel, and they have some kind of flag or something, but could be. I mean, Luxembourg has this kind of flag, right? Wait, no, not a snap. That's not the flag that I was thinking of. I remember this. That's a city flag then. I remember a flag like this with a blue and red, but I forgot what it was. Did I still say Belgium or... flag on Amsterdam? No, that's not it either. But I don't recognize these poles or street lights at all. They have these everywhere, so there's to be a country that I haven't driven in the cities. In Germany, I've driven pretty much all across. I'd say, I don't know why I say Belgium or Denmark. It's an interesting roof. They basically got moss on it. Huh. Netherlands. Okay. Okay, both of you say Netherlands. What about you guys? Any other guesses? I would guess Belgium. Yeah, I'm guessing Belgium too. Belgium too. Wolfham, what about you? Any guess? Can't wait for it to be Norway or something. Oh, trees look too continental for Norway. Alright, so to appease the masses, I'm gonna put it right in the middle. Let's put it right here. Benelux. Okay, so whoever guessed Netherlands were correct. This is our best guess yet. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Appledorn. Oh, it's Appledorn. Really? Nice. You know that? Yeah. Okay, well. So we got 10,678 points. That was poor. We didn't really do well this one time. Okay, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's do one more, but do a quick one. I think we can do. Yeah, we can do a daily challenge. You guys want to end up with a daily challenge? It's a timed movement one. I think if we get like 3 minutes on a guess. So you guys up for it? All right. So the thing is, because it's timed, I do not have time to like check chat and talk with you guys. So the way I would prefer to do it is I'll do my best to comment on it, show you everything, and when we reach 40 seconds, just post your guesses in the chat, right? So that we have like, you know, because there's like really like 3 minutes, so we don't have time for a discussion. So just watch, get your best guess, and just post it because we won't have much time. So let's go. Okay, right off the bat, this looks Mediterranean to me, but Hanegev. Oh, this is Israel. This is gonna be Israel. Based on that, 100% Israel, but at least based on that language. Hold on, what was that on that side? Yeah, I think this is for sure Israel, but where the hell are we? And this city. Damn. This is not what I imagined Israel to look like. Okay, it's not gonna help us. I mean, Israel is so small that we're really not gonna go too far off. Any signs? So this is an easy one to start with. Is that an airport? Oh snap, we're near an airport. Or no, that's not an airport. Some kind of memorial, I guess. Well, could be Haifa or some other place. Wolfau, but I'm looking if I can find some directions that could tell us how far we are from. But they're all gonna be, it's the Jews, so they're all gonna be in their language. There's not gonna be any international signs, or I bet. So just post your guesses like north, south. I think I'm going in the circle here. Yeah, we're going in a circle. So let's go. Israel looks closer to Negev. I don't have a bet, so let's just put it. I'll say Haifa. Well, very close. Yavne, Rehovot. All right, Beersheba, Israel, center. Yeah, I put it. Yeah, I put it kind of in the north. Should I put it in the center? All right. So now you guys know how this works. Let's do the next one. Okay, this is gonna be way more difficult. Garden River. So this is USA most likely. Driving on the right. Ballpark Road. Come on, give me something. But I think we're going in the wrong direction. This way. Huh, 60 kilometers. So this is not USA. Driving on the right. And call this one arrow, so Canada? Do not drive on paved shoulder. And that guy. If you haven't seen the movie, I suggest a movie called Straight Story. It's amazing. Route. Come on. Garden River. You're not giving me anything to work with here, game. Come on. New Wellness cannabis. $50 to $75 per ounce. So this is definitely Canada. Adopt a highway. Ontario. Okay. So we're here. But the question is where? Definitely Canada. Highway 117. Well, I'll just put it here in the middle. 356 kilometers, not bad. It was way southern. It seems so rural, and it's near the border, near such a big city. Garden River, Ontario, wherever that is. Wait, was it Garden River? Oh yeah, it was Garden River. Alright, let's do the next one. So we got another hunger. No. Oh, this is gonna be Denmark, maybe? Oh, isn't this in Norway? Norwegian? This above A. It doesn't look like Norway, but that. Ostara recycling. Well, we're definitely in Scandinavia. Sweden. Okay. Sedan. Okay, finally one that gives you Fagumiren. Okay, here. This is important. Göteborg. Okay, Göteborg, Karlstad, Stromstad. Okay, E45. So when we're speaking about Göteborg, E45. So we're somewhere on here. Say we could be somewhere like this. Stromstad, Bergenfors. Stromstad, I don't know where, but E45 is here, so we're definitely close. Looking at chat, Göteborg is in Sweden. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That's Gothenburg. I'm aware. That's why I was looking for E45 leading there. Actually, this one is going. Isn't Stromstad? Ah, here's Stromstad. So we're probably somewhere like this, because there's a right. Somewhere like this. 164. 166. Oh, okay, well. Shit, 38 kilometers. Nice. Was that the one for the... Yeah, 164. Okay, I was looking for it. I realized that there was another one, but not bad. Not bad, guys. We're doing pretty good. 14,479. All right, so the fourth one. This is gonna be Russia. No. No. But it's definitely East European. By far that? No. This is Russia. Magazine. Nízkých cien. This is Russia. This is definitely Russia. Let's pozerám Gengiru. Okay, now we just need to figure out the city, because Russia is big, guys. This is really bad. Aptica. Come on. Advocat. Shit. I need some directions. Moskovskaya Yarmarka. So we could be in the Moscow region. That's in the center, though this could just mean Torgovy Center. This is a marketplace. But the fact that they say Moskovskaya Yarmarka could mean that we're somewhere in the Moscow region. I'd bet central Russia then. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find any directions here. Magazinski. Yeah, this is all just commercials for low prices. This could have some directions here somewhere. Yeah, it does. Sardovsk. Bekovo. Yeah, so I think Sardovsk is somewhere in near Moscow, but I don't. Sardovsk. It's somewhere here, but where? Podolsk. Vladimir. Kaluga. Okay, I'm just putting in Moscow. We'll see. Not really close, but alright. I'll take it. Not. What was it? Dishevo. Точка. Huh. Never guessed that. Alright, and the last one, guys. Let's see. Oh. Oh, god damn it. So, India? India, I guess. This is really looking like India, but what the hell, where the hell are we in India? Bangladesh? I think that the language is Indian, south of India, somewhere like that. Yeah, definitely, in my opinion, definitely south of India, but I'm not sure. I don't think Bangladesh is using this kind of language. That's definitely India. Oh, it does. Okay. It's too clean for Bangladesh, and I really mean that in the best way I can say that, but Bengali, yeah, my guess would be south of India, but okay, I'm taking that too clean for Bangladesh back. Holy hell. But this is typical Indian stuff. Yeah, look at these. Isn't it? I bet it's somewhere around here. Tamil Nadu or Madurai, somewhere around this area. Bangladesh has green license plates. But so do these guys. Oh, that's a Bangladeshi flag. I didn't realize. Okay, so then you guys were right. Shit, I thought it was India. Okay, I'm dumb. I pride myself on my. Oh, look at that! Jesus Christ. But I mean, you know, truth be told, it's like right next to each other, so you know, it could definitely be. But where? Where in Bangladesh? Any guesses? I can go there. I'm stuck. Stuck in. Not a major city. Okay, so then somewhere like this. Well, not a major city. It's the outskirts of Dhaka, so take that. But other than that, you guys saved me because like I put it somewhere like here. I didn't even realize it was Bangladeshi flag. I mean, 21,274 points is pretty damn good. That's a silver medal. Yeah, as I said, I started playing first day. I was playing these challenges. The speed ones are free, so you don't have to pay. So I started with that, and I did it 3 days in a row. And I said like, hey, I'm having fun, so let's just play them a bit more. And this actually really seems like fun. So if anyone of you wants to be my friend, I would be happy to have you as a friend here. As I said, you don't even have to be you don't have to be um, a paying member for these ones. These fast challenges are free every day, so pretty cool, pretty cool. And you can see that I got a little bit better progressively. I got 13,260 points the first day, then 16,946, then 21,184. Oh wow, I actually got better score today than I did before. And that one was, the first one was really, I was really off by a lot, but it doesn't show me anymore, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't work. So anyway, I hope you guys had fun today. I know it was just sorry, just GeoGuesser, but I chilled and I had a really good time with you guys. So thank you for stopping by. I'm definitely thinking we could do this again sometime because this is fun and it allows me to talk with you guys and we can have fun and see some interesting places. So thanks for your patronage and you guys being cool. So I'll see you next week. Take care, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day or enjoy the bed, whatever you guys are planning to do now. Bye, guys.